Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating a kind of bigger family apartment. It's not one of the big ones inside Myshuno, obviously, as you can see right here, but I'd still say that it's on the bigger scale. I kind of want to redo some of the ones in Uptown, not going to lie, but that's gonna take some time for me to do, so possibly not in, the near future, but we'll see. It's been a while since I've decorated those or done anything in those apartments, so I might have a revisit at some point or something. But today we are decorating this one, which is in 122 Hakim House, I think. It says up in the upper left corner right now. It's just when I do voiceovers, my screen is so small and I can't really do anything about it, so I can't see it. But I think it's 122 Hakim House. I feel like that's what I wrote on the gallery post, but I could be wrong. You can see it up in the upper left corner. So it's for 2 parents, 1 teen, and also 1 kid. You could definitely fit in some pets in here if you want to. I just didn't do that, but there is plenty of space in the living area or the living room / dining room for, I don't know, a toy box for a pet or food bowls or something else. So plenty of space if you want this family to have pets. I just chose not to include any this time. And yeah, that is basically what we're doing today. I was originally going to go for a very colorful interior for this house or for this apartment, but then I decided to take inspiration from this sort of Tumblr style. So it's difficult to explain exactly what Tumblr style looks like, but in my experience, from what I've seen from doing research and stuff, it's very black and white with a little bit of gray as well, and it's slightly bohemian but also slightly industrial. They have a lot of plants as well, and you'll see that on the rugs, by the way, not the plants but the bohemian part. You'll see that on the rugs that I chose for the living area because I went with, I think one of them is from Laundry Day and the other one is from City Living. Especially the one from City Living has like a bohemian vibe to it. I really love that rug. I want a rug like that in real life myself, but I don't know where to find one anyways. But yeah, so that is what we're doing, and I hope you guys like this apartment. I personally like how it turned out, but I'm also very, personally, when it comes to interior, I do like non-colorful interiors. Like in real life, that's what I vibe with. But when it comes to the game, I do love to go crazy with colors now and then with my interiors, but for this one, I decided not to. So it is a little bit different from what I would usually do, I think, but I hope you guys like it. So I have done 2 Tumblr apartments in the past, I think, and also a loft actually. So the loft one was really popular when that one came out. I was really surprised that a lot of people liked it, but I had a lot of fun with that one, and I feel like it's been a long time since I decorated anything that was Tumblr inspired, so it was about time. And there was something about the windows in this building too that just kind of inspired me to take the interior in a different direction compared to what I'd initially planned on doing. So I'm happy that I decided to do that because I don't think I've done anything for a family that's Tumblr inspired, or not the family that's Tumblr inspired, but the interior, interior wise, I don't think I've done anything Tumblr inspired for a family. I've done the loft that I mentioned before. I've done an apartment for a single as well, a single sim. And I've also done a roommate's apartment. That's a while back too. But I don't recall doing anything for a family, so I quite enjoyed making this apartment. Plus, it's also been a while since the last time I did any family apartment too, and I know you guys like them as well, so it was about time that I made another one. So anyways, I was struggling a little bit with the entertainment unit over here because I started out doing what I usually do, which is play around with cabinets, but it just looked way too dark and it was taking up way too much space on the wall as well. I just didn't like it. It was just too much. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just too much. So I dialed it down a bit. I chose this one. I still turned them black, but whatever. I chose the bookcase from Myshuno Stuff Pack, and then I went with some, I think they were supposed to be bedside tables from Base Game actually, and then I just put them together so it looks like it would be like one long drawer unit or something. You can of course, I mean, it wouldn't, in real life, it wouldn't obviously be one long drawer unit because that would be an insanely wide drawer, but it's probably a couple of units next to each other, it just kind of looks a little bit funny. So, but I do like how the TV area, because I don't really know if it's an entertainment unit anymore, but I do like how the TV area turned out. So, of course, we also end up putting a lot of plants around the apartment, by the way, because when it comes to Tumblr, like I said before, at least from the pictures that I've seen, I think Tumblr style is a lot of different things, but this is just how I perceive Tumblr style. Does that make sense? So from the pictures that I've seen and from what I've gathered, plants are a very big thing when it comes to Tumblr interior. So we are putting a lot of plants. I just really I like how the plants as well goes with this interior because it's very non-colorful, but it's not black and white. There's a lot of brown tones in here, a lot of gray tones as well, and I think that just looks really good with green from plants. So I like how they just added a little bit extra to the interior. Hopefully you guys can see what I mean, but I like how it looks together. So yeah, I will say that the dining area and also the living area are they're not empty, but there's not a whole lot of furniture in this room. And that is simply because I don't like to put stuff in front of windows. So I wanted to keep the windows very cleared. I wanted to make sure that as much light as possible could come through those windows. So I decided not to put anything in front of them. You could add 2 more dining chairs to the dining table if you want to. I just chose not to because that wouldn't fit with the rug underneath. But if you don't mind that, you can add those chairs. I almost said doors. I don't know where that came from. Don't add doors to the dining table. That doesn't make any sense. So, but you can do that if you don't mind the rug not really fitting with those chairs as well. So that is a possibility. And then of course, you can also add a couple of chairs in front of the big windows if you want to. Again, I just decided not to. So there's a lot of space at the windows because basically one wall in this apartment is just windows. You can see right here on the right side, we basically got windows from one end of the room to the other end. It's really nice. A lot of light comes in through those windows, but it does make decorating a little bit difficult for people who don't like to put stuff in front of windows. So I feel like I've struggled with that before, but for this apartment, I did make a conscious decision to not put anything in front of those windows. I know, I talk about putting stuff in front of windows a lot, but it's just one of those things that really, really bothers me. Seeing a fridge in front of a window is basically the worst thing ever. So, or I don't know, one of those bathtub shower combos as well in front of a window. Just no. So yeah, that was the thing that I thought about a lot when I decorated this apartment. You are welcome for that completely useless information. It's actually funny because in real or funny, maybe not, but in real life, I do have a big window in my apartment. And I've actually decided that I wanted to turn it into a seating area for the dining table. So the dining table is not up against the window, but you're supposed to be able to sit in the windowsill. So in real life, I do actually have furniture up against one of the windows. It's not really up, it's difficult to explain if you haven't seen pictures of it, but with a couple of pillows and also some, what are those called? I don't really know. They're not pillows, but you can put them on chairs and stuff. Anyways, you can put those in the windowsill and basically turn it into a proper seating area. So that's what I'm doing. It's a little bit difficult to explain. So I'll take some pictures of it when it's completely done and stuff, and I'll put it on Instagram so you can see what I mean. But yeah, it's a bit weird. I wish we had stuff like that in The Sims, to be honest. A window you could actually sit in, that would be so freaking cool. Also because sitting in a windowsill and reading a book with a candle lit next to you is just, and a cup of, or not hot chocolate, well, hot chocolate for me, not coffee, but a cup of coffee or something for other people, or tea or something, that's just so nice and cozy and relaxing. So I wish our Sims had something like that. That would be amazing, but maybe one day. I don't think so, but it would be cool. So anyways, this is the parents' bedroom. I did actually make a small seating area under the window in here. So I took 2 ottomans and put them together and they fit perfectly underneath the window. I haven't done that yet, but I'll do it in just a little bit. So they do have a small seating area, a makeshift seating area under the window. I thought that was cute. And then of course, a lot of decor over here by the dressers. I figured it would be kind of realistic for them to have two dressers over here. I don't really know why. I feel like I've seen that in a picture somewhere, possibly, or maybe it was someone doing a home tour on YouTube or something. I don't really know, but they had extra dressers in their bedroom, so they didn't just have closets, they also had dressers, which makes sense because where would you keep your underwear and also like workout clothes and stuff? I don't know. I personally not put it in my closet. I'd rather put it in a dresser, but maybe that's just me. I don't really know. I'm not asking you guys how you sort your clothes in your bedrooms, by the way, but feel free to explain it to me if you want to. So anyways, but yeah, I figured that would look really nice. I also put an accent wall behind it. So I chose one of the wood walls actually, and I think that one is possibly from Fitness Body, Fitness Stuff Pack. And then there's also a gray wall behind the bed because I do like when I actually really love gray walls for some reason these days. I feel like they just look really cool. I'm a white wall person. Like I love as much light in my rooms as possible, and light walls or white walls really help with that. But for some reason, I'm really liking gray walls as well these days. Don't know what that's about. I kind of want an accented gray wall in my bedroom. Don't know if it's possible to do that. We'll see at some point. But I managed to fit one of those into it's a wall. It doesn't really take up any space, but still I managed to paint one of the walls in the parents' bedroom gray because I liked how it looked with the bed and stuff. I do go back actually and I changed the bed swatch to a darker one and also the rug to black instead because the room was looking a little bit too white compared to the rest of the apartment, and I wanted it to look a little bit more cohesive. So that's why I ended up doing that, but I don't know if I did it on cam or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it won't be shown until the picture's at the end of the video or something. That would be kind of weird. We'll see. So basically in here, we got the teens' bedroom. As you can see, I was having a lot of fun with lights in here, so I used the light frame, which is actually really it's not really difficult to use, but it's just that a lot of the stuff that we have in The Sims don't actually fit into the light frame. I do wish we had a proper sized mirror that you could put in that light frame. That would be perfect, but we don't, which kind of sucks. So that's a bit unfortunate. I ended up putting some pictures in there and hung it above her desk, where she also has a laptop, of course, and it could also be a he. I just have a tendency to think she. I always, like, literally always do that, but you could also have a guy living in there if you want to. I am not here to decide who you have living in this apartment. So anyways, but they also have the desk where they can do their homework and stuff. And of course, a lot of clutter in there. There are both perfumes and nail polishes, books and pencils, and all the other usual clutter that I use for teens rooms. So I like how that room turned out. I hope you guys like it as well. I think I don't know if I decorated the other bathroom on cam, but it basically looks the same. It's the parents' bathroom, so it's in the hallway leading to the parents' bedroom. It's not an ensuite because you do have to go through the hallway to get to it, but it's very close to their bedroom, so I consider it to be their bathroom. But it's very small, very narrow, and they basically have the same items in there as the two kids here do. And I think the only difference is there's a shower/bathtub combo in there, and then the rest should be just the same. So in here we got the kids' bedroom, and I do like how this room turned out. I was having a few issues figuring out like the whole layout of the room exactly, like where to put the dresser and also the bookcase and the desk and the bed, because I like the thought of the Sims in this apartment. The first thing they can see when they wake up is they can look out the window and see the city, because that's just really appealing to me, which is also why in the parents' bedroom I actually put the bed literally centered in front of the windows, so when they wake up and sit up they can look out. At least if they don't have the curtains drawn or whatever, they can look out. I just really like the thought of that. It's very appealing to me. I don't know how else to explain it. I like the big city, so... But yeah, so I had to figure out where exactly to put the bed in here to make it possible for the kid to look out onto the city from their bed, because that's just really Nice. So I ended up putting it here, and that meant I could fit the bookcase over on the other side, the opposite wall. It is a little bit busy in here, but I think with the whole color scheme not being very out there, it's a very toned down color scheme. I think it's okay that they have a lot of, decor on the walls, and the curtains are a little bit busier than usual because of the motif on them. They also have a whole wall that's just the Parenthood wallpaper with the black trees on it. So it's a bit busy in there, but I think it turned out fine as well because I did have to make up for the lack of colorful interior in the kids' bedroom. I have a thing with kids' bedrooms just have to be very colorful in my builds for some reason. So I had to make up for that somehow. So I ended up just putting a lot of decor in there. And yeah, I like how it turned out. So we are apparently decorating the parents' bathroom on cam, even though it was very quickly over with, but I put some extra clutter in here. I think actually they have some lotions over on the sink, and there's also something I found in the debug catalog in the bathtub. I don't really know what it was, but I think it was like some kind of ocean water or soap water. I don't remember, but it had something to do with bathing, so I thought I'll take this and put it in the parents' bathroom, not bedroom. That would be a little bit weird. But yeah, so it looked pretty much like the other bathroom, and the last thing that we are doing is the laundry room, and that's it. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. As always, if you got any apartment themes that you want me to try to decorate according to, that made no sense. Anyways, if you got any apartment themes that you want me to try out, definitely let me know in the comments section down below. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. To be